Hi there, a very good morning and good afternoon to all of you, depending on wherever you're watching me. This is Simply Stocks, and I'm live with another video in here. And today I'm going to talk about three companies that are going to do extremely well, in my opinion. Three companies, one a slightly smaller cap, two large cap companies, which look good for this winter season that is coming up. One is a festive play, one is a consumer play, the other one is an IT pick. So we'll discuss all that. Plus, I'm going to discuss with the midweek market talk. I'm going to discuss about the large cap index, that's the Nifty. We'll discuss about that. So let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation. People taking any position to any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research. And I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. I'm not a member of the NSE and BSE, and that I am not an official portfolio advisor. These all are my personal opinion. Whatever I have learned over the last 12 years being a retail investor, I'm imparting that knowledge to all of you. So whatever financial decisions that you take in putting in money into any asset class, kindly do that by consulting your financial advisors. So there is strong risk attached by buying into equities. Kindly take that on note. Before we go ahead with the video, here's a small request: kindly support me on Patreon. Once you do that, helping grow channel. Help you also ask me questions and eke out answers from me on a daily basis. You can have interaction with me on messages, and you can have access to my portfolio. Whatever changes I make in my portfolio, long term, short term portfolios, everything is in there. The sectors I'm looking at, what is the economic situation globally, what is the economic situation, I discuss all that in there. So there's a lot of content there. You can be a member on YouTube, and I have started updating things on YouTube as well, or you can be a yearly member on WhatsApp as well, and you'll get all the access of whatever I'm putting up on Patreon on WhatsApp as well. Now let me just first take you to the money control website, and we'll discuss about the Nifty, which is around 19,400, 19,380. Recently we did dive and go to levels which were below, you can say, 19,300, closer to 19,250, 230, and then we recovered from there on in. So if you look at the Nifty chart that I've opened up here, and the candlestick chart up here, you'll understand that the market has been uh, in a situation where it is making higher highs. Even if we see that here the RSI has decreased, so from around 19,900 or around 19,990, whatever that those highs were made, the RSI went through the roof to around 85, and this was somewhere around 20th of July, 21st of July. Normally, just to give you an understanding, from my knowledge, what I've understood is over the last 11, 12 years, what I've seen is that in July, market makes a big move and then tops out for a month or two and then makes another move. So that happened again by 20th, 21st July. Normally in the third week or fourth week of July, we make a top and then we consolidate, decline, and we go ahead. And similar thing happened here on 20th of July. The market made a top and then started declining, and we had an RSI of around 85 at that point of time. Now the RSI has reduced to a very comfortable level of 42, 47, and this is for the Nifty, and we are around these 19,300, 500 levels. Now the 50-day exponential moving average is around 19,280, 19,270. I think as long as we are above 19,200, there is no issue whatsoever. Even if we go below 19,200, there are multiple supports going towards 18,800 as well. So overall, what I feel is that uh, uh, we are in a bull run even now. Yes, the market has declined, but if you look at mid cap and small caps, those are performing, and we should be looking to buy into corrections into these stocks and hold from a 2 to 3 months perspective if we are doing short term trading rather than doing intraday or weekly trading. It's extremely difficult, but you could go ahead and buy from quarter to quarter, buying into companies looking at charts. So That's what you can do. There are three stocks that I have brought for you today. So basically for the Nifty, just to give you a final line, 19,250 to 19,200 should sustain. Once 19,200 goes on the Nifty, then only probably you could think of probably selling off your short-term positions and then looking at 18,800. I think below 19,200 the market will become weak, so we are comfortably above that. We have rebounded from around those levels 2-3 times. I think we should move ahead over the next 3 to 6 months. Now there are three picks, and you could see here already as to the picks that I wanted to discuss. Opala RG, LTI Mindtree, and Asian Paints. Asian Paints and LTI Mindtree are from the Nifty. There's one mid cap or small cap kind of a stock I have picked because I normally miss that. I was to talk about it earlier as well. So this time around, I thought that along with the large caps, I'll discuss about this. So let's go one by one. Let's go to Opala first of all. The one that makes crockeries, the one that makes other kind of, you can say, gift items in glass, gift items and aesthetic products in glass. 4,800 crore market cap, has not done much over the last, has not done much as a stock over the last 3 to 6 months, but has produced very decent numbers. So if I look at a price chart, and all these three stocks are you can say from a perspective of 3 to 4 months that one can definitely be looking at. I'm not setting up any price targets, etc., but this is something to analyze. So what Laupala has done over the last 3 years is that if you look here, 420 to 440, 430, 435 was your resistance zone. It touched there in December 21, and then again in November, December 22, it went to 420, 430, and now it has taken that out and it went to 450, 460, and has now come back to those 435, 430 levels. I think around these levels it looks extremely good. One can keep a stop loss around 420 and look for a decent upside. I don't want to mention what sort of an upside, but during this festive season, winter season, the company normally does well. Year on year, it has done well for the last 4 5 years, and the stock does well during this period. This is the season for something like a Laupala. It's a small cap stock, so kindly take that on note. But going forward, if the performance continue, the upside could be pretty decent. If you look at the numbers, the June quarter numbers were flattish. Uh, they did 86 crores, but margins were very good. I mean, they had 41% margin versus 40% last year, so they improved on margins, which were higher base margins, and that is what I liked about the company. There was a factor of other income then later on of around 11 crores versus normally another income that comes around between 5 6 crores or so. So overall the numbers on the bottom line does look much better than what it seems. So it is actually around 22 23 crores is what the net profit is, which is still better. 20% rise in net profit, sales being flattish, margins slightly improving. I think over the next 2 quarters the numbers should improve even further. So this is a stock definitely to look at if somebody is looking at mid cap kind of stock pick. Yes, FIIs have sold into the stock in the June quarter, but I think the next 2 quarters should be good. So from a trading point of view, it does look like that the stock should perform. Remember, FII is sold, but DII is also bought and bought big time over 3%. So FIIs here sold more than 2%, DIIs bought more than 3%. Eventually, the public shareholding has reduced to 13.7 from 14.5%, as you see here, which is a positive sign. So in my opinion, a small cap company, so kindly take that on note, but looking good from charts and as well as from quarterly, you can say numbers point of view. Second stock that I have is LTI Mindtree. I believe LTI Mindtree and all these IT stocks, especially mid cap IT stocks, should do well. In terms of large cap, I think this is the best that one can look at. I don't think TCS Infosys will move that big as something like LTI Mindtree with the kind of numbers that it keeps producing. And the way the chart pattern is, you can say, forming, 5300 is the level, 5280, 5300. Once that is taken out, then we could see very decent upside on the stock. I won't be surprised if we can go towards these highs over the next 1 year. But this is a stock that is actually for 3 months, but I feel that one can hold from a year to 18 months perspective, and it could hit new highs over this 18-month period because of the revival that is taking place in the IT industry. So even if you look at from price to sales basis, it's trading at around 4 and a half times, whereas its average for the last 3 years have been around 5.2 times. Now if you look at the numbers, the June quarter numbers, 8,700 crore sales versus 7,600 crores of sales, so that's a 15%, 13-14% jump in sales. For a large company, that's pretty good. 19% margin, the margins dipped a bit, but I feel it's coming back. So if you look at quarter on quarter, from 16% in the December quarter, they have improved 19%. So it's back to their normal of around 20%. I'm sorry, which they used to do. Eventually, net profit did swell up 1152 crores versus 1100 crores. So, overall, decent company, debt free company. In terms of shareholding pattern, also 69% with the promoters. FIIs, the holding dipped a bit, but again, DIIs bought a bit, so it's virtually zilch. And public shareholding is around only 10.7%. So, this is also pretty decent. A stock from the IT space, which is large cap, safer to buy from a 1 year perspective. Even for the next 3 months, I think it could perform pretty well, because normally for the IT companies, December and March quarter are pretty big. So going forward, the stock and the sector, the IT sector, I'm very bullish on the fact that IT sector should do well over the next 6-8 months. The third pick in this list, and this is a disclaimer, something I have in my long term portfolio, and this is Asian Paints, a 3 lakh crore market cap company, has gone down big time. So it has gone down over the last, you can say, uh, 3 years or so. It hasn't been performing that well as it used to. Earlier, if I look at a 1 year chart, the stock has fallen. It went to around 3,500, has declined to around 31, 3,200 levels. So currently, very good levels to buy at. I think the festive season should bring in better numbers, even better numbers and margins. So the stock is at very reasonable levels. It is down some 14-15% from the top, can give you 15-20% over the next 6-8 months. Once the momentum begins, the stock should do well. So this is the third pick. So this was my video on the, you can say, on the stocks that to look out for the next 3 to 6 months. Kindly do subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon so you can get a video straight away when I post it, and support me on Patreon. Thanks a lot for watching.